On s'est tous rendus au centre. Là. On s'est tous rendus au centre à part Jules. Là, donc. Okay, guys. Yes. Game.
Halifax Curling Club, brought to you by STEELE SUBURU, Neon Train, and the Stu Sells Realty team. I am Jane Flynn Burton. I'm joined today with me here on the call by Hugh Avery, who's the president of our Halifax Curling Club, and has been here to watch a lot of games. How's it been going, Hugh?
Not bad, Jane. Glad to be with you today. We should have a decent match up here. We got a couple of teams, Arsenault and Champ, playing on our feature sheet. I know we got 3 other games going on at the same time. Over in sheet 1, we have Team Ha playing against Team St. George. And on sheet 2, we have Team Everest and Team Asselin. A big game for Team Everest. They're going to have to rebound after a loss yesterday. And over in sheet 4, we have another great game between Team Christensen against Team Grandy. And that's a really important game for that pool as well. This year we get 3 pools, both in the men's and women's division. And I think the top 2 out of both of them make it out. And so we're kind of getting to that part of the tournament where things are starting to take order.
Yes, yeah. Last rock is determined by a draw to the button, and I have seen some fantastic draws to the button in the games that I've watched.
Yeah, we have a little. There's a bit of a contest between the men and the women. So part of our event, we are giving a donation to the charity. Our two of our sponsors, Neon Train, who sponsors the women's event, and STEELE SUBURU, who sponsors the men's event. We've asked them to let us know their charity of choice, and so if the men have the most closest to the pins, they will the charity of choice for STEELE SUBURU will get the funds, and if the women can keep their title because they won it last year, by the way.
Well,
Neon Train's charity of choice will get the funds. So. Pretty exciting.
I have it here that Neon Train's charity is the Sandra Schmerler Foundation, and that Team SUBURU is supporting the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Great.
So 2 fantastic organizations.
And I think we'll have a donation to both, but I think one's a little higher than the other. So.
Well, and of course there is the bragging rights at stake. So
that's really important as well.
Hard. Gotta go hard.
That's it.
we have a great production team here at the Halifax Curling Club. We hope you enjoy it. You can hear the players pretty well out there in the ice shed. And the views of the shots are great, and I have to tell you, the shot making has been superb. The ice is keen and curly, very sweepable, and it's really lent itself to some fantastic shot making, which I hope you're going to enjoy for the next couple hours.
Well, I find, Jane, I haven't missed a shot on this side of the glass since the tournament started, so it's a lot easier on this side. But yeah, they're doing the ice is in really great shape. It allows those, that quiet come around tap backs, which are on, slow ice or straighter ice. You can't do those shots. So with this kind of ice, you get all your weapons can be used. Right?
That's right, whole range.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the same, Hugh. I haven't missed a call. I haven't missed a shot. I haven't missed a sweep. I've been perfect back here.
Perfect back here, yeah. It's a lot easier. So we got a pretty wide open and so far. We've got a center guard, I guess, and
Yep.
Champ's gonna
Hard line.
try to come around.
Hard line. Hard. Yep, hard, Austin. Hard. Whoa.
So
Okay.
close out a little bit. Scott Clinton the lead for Team Champ, and now we have Jesse Mullen, the second stone for Team Arsenault.
We have teams from across Canada and around the world here this weekend. If you are in the Halifax area, I strongly suggest you try to come down here. It's free to come in. There's food and beverage for purchase. There's plenty of familiar curling faces that you watch on your TV and on your streaming channels. It's a fantastic time, so you should come on down and enjoy the environment.
Check, pas trop creux.
is Austin Snyder
Line's
going to
good.
see if he can come around
Room.
now.
Not curling yet.
Sometimes you see teams play the
There
first
goes.
end pretty clean, don't you, Hugh?
Yeah.
And
Whoa.
I feel this weekend I haven't seen that too much, and I think maybe, first of all, these are 8-end games, so there's probably not a lot of time to waste, but also the ice is just so good right from the beginning. There's no need to break it down or feel it out. These teams just get right in and get at it.
Yeah, after the first game or so, or first game, people usually start attacking in their next games because they know the ice and it's running pretty consistent. So in that one, Austin didn't take advantage of a little bit of a miss on Team Champ, or sorry, on Team Arsenault, and on the first one, and so Champ just bounced off a little heavy. So now Arsenault's going to try to get in there and get in that pocket, and he can freeze right in there. It's going to take a couple of stones for Champ to get those out of there, and potential steal.
It's a great throw.
Had to go for line. They looked like they were calling a little bit. So.
Whoa. Back line. Yeah. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. Back 8. Hard. Back 8. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
This one they're a little tight and wreck on the guard,
Okay,
and so that is not a good result for Team Champ. And you'll see Arsenault run to the front to put up a guard, and going to make that Champ's going to have some work to do.
Taking the other turn. This doesn't apply to that last shot, but we are playing the no-tick rule at this bonspiel, right, Hugh?
Yeah, we are. It's kind of a new change to the game this year. I mean, it's been played for a little bit, but now it's a rule, so you'll see it in all the competitions. So this is Jean-Michel Arsenault, who actually holds the broom but throws third rocks on this team. So he'll look to put up a guard. What do you think of the tick shot, Jane?
Well, I mean, I think every time there's a rule change, it makes it harder for your lead. And you have to be a lot more precise as a lead, but I think it is going to generate a lot more rocks in the front of the house.
Yeah.
For longer, which is great for somebody watching it. Tough to play, but I think it'll be fun. I think like all the other rule changes, we'll all just adapt and figure it out. And
you get people out there listening.
Back 8, back
give us
12.
some comments as to what you think of the tick rule. I'm mixed emotions about it. I think it'll generate some more points. But I also think it's a crushing penalty for when you're playing aggressive, and a slight rub shouldn't be as costly as it is.
Well, that's
and
fair.
so, not sure if I'm a total fan. That one didn't curl as much as Team Arsenault won it, but I think a little rub, and so it protects most of that shot. But Champ's going to try to come down and get into position. And you recognize he's going to take a couple shots to score his point.
Hard. Hard. Right to it. Hard.
Right
Hard.
now.
Hard. 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 Hard.
just
Good
unlock
shot.
that a little bit.
Yeah. He certainly has some options now. He can run any of those ones back.
Regarde. Ouais, deux. Faut aller chercher la ligne, là. Un petit peu moins, Jules, quand même. OK, let's go, boys. Whoa, whoa. Phil. That's good. Check, on n'a pas passé là, les boys.
trying to put up another guard. It's over.
It's nice and high, so there's not going to be any.
Champ's going to run back on his yellow or run back on the red.
Champ with hammer is trying to figure out how to score more
yellow?
than 1 point this end.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
So
What
far
way
in
do
the
you
tournament,
see
Champ
him,
is 0-2. They were defeated by both Everest and Grattan. And Arsenault is 1-1. They beat Everest and lost to their fellow Quebecers, Team STEELE, I believe. So did he run that yellow back in?
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
This
Scott!
one needs to curl a bit.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Oh, and you got a really, well, you got a lucky break, and then you got a bad break.
Yes.
And it probably,
Pas le choix.
I don't know if I want to say he got what he deserved.
No. Yeah.
And it was out wide and give a little rub off and
Got a little wiki tick.
a little wiggy ticky there.
Yeah.
Normal, mais
But
freeze.
now there's only one red rock in there, and it's shot rock, but
Oui.
But it's lonely.
it's lonely.
Faut juste y enlever ça. Tu peux rien que la piler aussi. Ouais, c'est ça, tu vas lui donner un angle. Comme ça, il y a ça ici. Oui. Ouais, ben, on va
These
sortir
teams
ça.
are competing to get a piece of a $51,000 purse, which is divided 25.5 to the men's side and 25.5 to the women's side.
On peut faire ça aussi, là, comme ça. Je pense que c'est ça
Yeah,
pareil.
it's a
On
great
peut pas
purse.
être en deux.
Nice
On peut pas être over, fait que c'est pas grave.
Purse and
Correct?
a great opportunity for some high-level competition as everybody gears up for their playdowns.
Yeah. So it looks like Team Arsenault, Julien Tremblay, who throws the fourth rocks, is going to try to come off that yellow on the 8, between the 8 and the 12 foot, and roll over really flat. It should be able to come over and get that back yellow. I'm not sure I'd want to move that. It serves as sort of a protector for that red rock.
Safety net.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty straight over here, too.
I haven't touched it. Looking for this one straight as well.
It's trying to knife it in.
Yeah.
There is a spot out there where it'll hang on and run straight.
And now a dangerous shot for that's a
Probably for the NA. I think we know
an
that
opportunity for Champ to make the double on these if he can find the right line.
better. What do you know about that with firm?
He could be sitting
Like, it doesn't
3
seem to be
rocks
doing
all
anything.
behind cover and
Okay.
put a lot of pressure on Team Arsenault right away.
Yeah, you definitely got to throw this. This is one of my favorite shots to throw.
Yeah.
I don't make it probably as often as they do, but I love it.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see some speed on this one.
Yeah, just gotta be careful though. You notice in the last two, Jane, down this same path, they've been pretty straight with the takeout weight. So I think you got to take the room right where you want to hit it, and I think he does. So you're gonna take some time on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Yep.
Trying to get it to curl.
Jeez. Really? I didn't think I threw it that
And no,
Just
it,
fat.
what speed did you have on that?
I got 8 seconds.
Okay, so didn't check it overhand or anything.
No,
So
just nice firm weight.
yeah. But a big miss, really, because that was a really good opportunity to take care of that. And
Yeah, and the
again,
unfortunate part is that by rolling away, you don't have a chance to, you don't get a second shot at it now. There's
Right.
nothing over there for you
Right.
to use any longer to try to get behind all those guards.
right. Yeah, even if you hit it on the nose, the rock's higher, and you're still going to have a chance of a double, but that's gone.
Yep.
And so I think what you'll see here is there's a couple opportunities for Champ on his next one. They got that angle raise on the yellow on both sides, I think. So you can't take both of them away, but Tremblay will want to come in and get one. If he can draw up to his own rock, that would be a great shot.
Yeah, he's trying to take away what he would deem to be the easiest option, or the one that his opponent most wants to throw. I was once told that when you're trying to decide what to throw, just figure out what they want you to do the least and do that.
Huh? Clean. 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 Ben, over curl.
Well, they're going to get off this one and just let it stop.
Yep. Okay, good. What? Bon, oui. C'était dur, mettons. Oh, oui, elle est bonne. Mais tu sais, selon moi, c'était plus facile au monde, on n'a pas joué. Bon, oui, t'as joué.
C'était parfait. Fallait game, dès qu'on venait en dedans du nez, même si on est proche.
C'est ça. Mais bon, exact.
I think he's looking at this port, and I'm telling you from where I sit, that looks like a pretty small port.
Unless he's using one of the...
Now he's going to line up this raise, which looks like a good option, I think. This one's more of a controlled weight than the last one. Keeps the sweepers in the game. And the sweepers are working on it, trying to get it to curl. Isn't going to quite get there.
We get a steal of one for Team Arsenault, take a 1-0 lead. Yeah, I think a lot of those the hits, I think they've just been out wide, to be honest.
Right.
And on each of them, both it's like 4 hits in a row that both teams were just wide on, and that one's a much more controlled weight, but the other ones were all, a fair bit of weight on them.
Right. Well, got the first end out of the way, so now we'll see what happens in the second end, going right into the rings. So this is the 6th year that the Halifax Curling Club has run this event for men. Last year's champion is here trying to defend. That's Team John Epping. And the 3rd year for women. And last year's champion was Team Caitlin Laws. So that trophy will be changing hands this year because Team Laws is not here with us. And there's certainly a lot of excellent women's teams looking to claim that title.
Yeah, there's a couple of good ones here. Reigning world champions,
Not bad.
latest slam winners.
Yep.
So yeah, some talent.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have a first-time winner on the women's side because Team Burt has taken stepped away from the game, so that team is not here, and Caitlin Laws is not here, so we'll have a new winner.
New winner.
A couple of Epping is back. Stuart Thompson,
Yeah.
he's got a new squad.
Starting to curl.
So we
Line's
could have a
good.
repeat winner on the men's side. But on the women's, will be a new champion going on the Neon Train Trophy.
Great.
Yep. Good girl.
So this has been a bit of a textbook end. Draw the first one in, and Champ puts his corner guard, and now we'll put a guard up in the center line.
Yep.
No, wait. Just clean. Jess, un peu. Jess. Over curl. Hard.
Look at that curl. Once it hits that break point, it just goes diagonal. But that's okay. It's stopped in a good spot for them.
I think if you play the right weight here, you could freeze. I still think back line. You could hit back line and roll behind your corner and push that red one to the back. That's another option, but freeze is not bad either.
And if they happen to touch that guard, they're still okay because it is not touching center line.
Line's good. Line's good. Yep. Hard, Charlie. Hard line. Hard, Charlie. Hard.
You get by this one.
Yep. Keep on it. You're on the nose.
By it by quite a bit.
You're on the
Still
nose,
curling.
but that's not bad. More about
Hey,
a weight
good.
thing. It's not awful.
Champ trying to manufacture a deuce this end
Sorry,
or
I
more.
thought that board waiter it's probably a bit heavy, but I thought it would curl on that side a lot more.
Yeah, I think that dap back was there definitely with how much it curled after
Yep.
getting by. It curled over to the other side of the rock, so I think that definitely that quiet tap back was there. but-
Yeah, if you throw like a backline weight and let your sweepers guide it in, it's definitely there.
This one's hanging out a little bit. And, lucky break gets another center line guard up there.
Jeez.
Top 8.
Now, unless Ice is doing something different, I think it's a case of just getting out too wide.
Right.
So I've watched a couple of matches on this ice, and it wasn't. It was pretty consistent. So let's keep an eye on it to see if there's any strange movement or lack of it.
Well, I never seem to have that problem when I play in league here. Mine always curl too much.
Yeah.
Oh.
Top 8. Top 4.
Oh.
Top 14. Slide.
Stay
It's
close,
an art.
Scott.
Want to. T.
Close.
T.
Yep. Yes. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Seems
Hard.
good.
Hard line. Hard. Keep going.
Just maybe
Yeah,
rub that red one a hair
the,
just to slow it down a bit.
They were calling T for a while there,
Yeah.
and maybe when it just picked up the curl, it really came down quick.
Yep. I find the rocks here are pretty good. Do you, Hugh? Like, there's no rocks out there that behave a lot differently than others.
No, I think it's just mostly the hands connected to the rock that make most of the mistakes. But,
Well, in my case, definitely
yeah,
that's true.
definitely my case. I always like to blame it on the rocks, but no. There's a few. I'm not giving out any secrets in case somebody plays against me.
Okay.
But there are a couple of rocks that react a little differently. But for the most part, no.
No.
Oh mon Dieu, Seigneur.
Well, that just rubbed right out into the open, and now Champ's going to see what kind of angles are available to.
I think you probably just do this for now.
Yeah, that one was just too
You like
heavy.
board?
Just bumped up, rubbed off, and went into the open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess play it this way, try and get it into here. Yep, okay.
Charlie, you don't like nosing this red line.
Do you like that?
All right, we had a little team talk here to decide.
Like, it's pretty close to nose, just a hair low.
And we're going to be trying a double run back by the looks of it.
Yeah, his initial call was to hit and roll, and
The one in the rings.
yeah, his team didn't. I guess they didn't like that, and those are the two center line guards will be costly. So I don't
Whoa.
disagree with this call opening up, and
Whoa.
you get two yellow ones in there that
Yep,
are in good
yep,
positions
yep,
already. The red
yep.
ones are going to hurt you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Open
good
her
shot.
up.
And
It's a
so
good shot.
pressure back now on Team Arsenault. Those yellows are in a decent spot, but maybe looking to hit that front one and rolling over.
Well, the saying goes, you'll never regret the peel, so.
Yeah, especially when you make them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was a good shot and good call. Just you don't want to give up another steal, and those rocks are going to help our Team Arsenault.
Yeah,
right?
those
So-
were the ones causing the headache for sure.
So Jean-Michel Arsenault is an automation technician. Not sure exactly what that is.
Just removed one yellow rock.
That's a good shot. Got 3 yards in there now, and
C'est bon, depuis up. Dodger. Mais pas la.
Champion will be looking to hit and roll over and
Mais
separate those rocks a fair bit, and then Arsenault's going to have to make a decision. Does he go after that open one, and then Champ should have an easy chance at a deuce,
Or do you guard it up and see if you can get the force?
Clean. Yep.
There's no
yep.
time clocks at this event,
Hard.
so team talks can happen at any time and for any length of time,
Whoa.
but
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
okay, well that definitely got stuff moving.
Okay.
Now we have
not the shot he wanted.
on est meilleur.
But
On est bon. What?
I think Arsenault's 1 and 3,
it looks like it.
and
Champ is
that's
2.
important. That third rock is really, really important
Yep.
because it makes this decision a whole lot easier. I think
Yep.
it's 1 and 3, and if
Yep,
he can
just
get this out, he'll be
hit
sitting
this
3.
and
Yeah.
sit 3 and
Yeah. You don't even need to. You
I'm sorry?
don't even need to save this rock. I mean, you want to.
yes.
I think the big roll, but get that out of there, and going to make that deuce a little tougher. Really critical that red rock is the number 3 stone. So
Yeah, and because all of the red ones would be in front of the tee line, there's
Plus possible.
Yeah.
not really even much to freeze to.
no, exactly.
La
So
petite affaire de moins, là. Mais. OK, parfait. Même oui. Parfait. Même oui.
same weight.
Just a nice control hit weight.
Whoa!
Indicating it might be a little up, but
There's a little bit of disagreement between the third and the skip.
Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Go, Phil! Go, Phil!
It's a nice roll.
nice shot. Really great shot.
I've been told that when there's a disagreement, you should always listen to the person in the house. And another teammate of mine said they just always listen to the person that's saying, whoa. So,
Yeah.
choose.
I've played with a few people. If he interpreted the term "whoa" to
Yep.
just back off and go
Same
sit
weight.
at the chairs, at the benches available. I said before it's okay if he rolls up, but really, really good that he stayed, because you know, if he had rolled out, you could have hit and rolled
Clean.
behind the cover.
Yep.
But going to
Yep.
be really tough for him to get his
Hard.
deuce here. Going to
Yeah.
need a miss out of Arsenault.
Hard! Hard! Gotta go, Scott. Gotta go. Hard to stick. Hard to stick. Hard to stick.
This one is
Good sweep.
might stick around.
Stick around for
Okay, good throw.
He
second.
certainly stick around for second, and now it's a little interesting.
Yeah, Arsenault's just
I
going
didn't think
to
that would
keep
do
playing
that at
the elimination game.
Yeah, it did.
Don't want to jam, because it could be number. You jam and roll, like, you want to hit it on the outside, and roll off and jam it. And
Yeah.
Non, exact, c'est ça.
Yeah, that might be handing that two right back if you do that. Is a pretty precise thing.
nose is fine, slightly off a little. It's fine. Slightly off on the inside, I should say.
On the inside, yeah. Definitely got to be on the inside, if anything.
If you're on the outside, you want to hit about a quarter of it and run it across the face.
Get it all gone, yeah.
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 Non, fait. Non. Whoa! Phil!
This one's a little wide.
Must be.
Hard, Phil!
Carving it right off the bat.
Oh,
Hard, Phil!
Oh boy, that
oh,
just.
he got really lucky there.
Boy, good job, Phil.
Good job, Phil. Because that was not pretty.
Maybe not.
But he looks like he's still sitting two. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. I'm not 100% sure. They're going to take their time to evaluate it.
Maybe you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
No, they're not sure they're in agreement that they think
Yeah,
it's.
they think maybe
You know,
it's
it's
close.
funny on the overhead, on the camera. On the
other
camera,
option I
I
thought it
would
was
say
back
it's
here.
red, but actually,
Might
as
play
I
the
look
freeze.
on the ice, I would not be surprised if it's yellow.
Yeah.
Just
It's close enough to swing a stick at it if it comes to
certainly
it.
like this.
just looking at it from here, from this angle, looking at it in person as opposed to on the screen, I
I think there.
would not. No, he's obviously thinking it's red, so he's drawing. He can obviously stand right over the rock. And,
Draw behind that red. Like back eight.
well, this is sorry. I thought this was the last rock.
Oh, no. A few more to come.
A few more to come.
Should be
So it
pretty
still might
quick.
be yellow as number 2. So.
Sweepers are saying top 4.
Call to come around that red one. Use that red as a guard.
Yeah, this particular turn I noticed yesterday really does dive, even more than the other side. So keeping those brooms down on it is a good
In the
plan.
front of it.
Well, that's not the worst thing that could happen. Might be able to use that.
Yeah, I need a bit more info in the hack. I felt like I got done.
Correct. Contrôle.
Les jeux de coudin normal, comme ça, normal.
Normal, coin de la roche, j'aime ça, ouais.
So looking at some of the other scores out there, Jane, on sheet 2, game between Everest and Asselin. I think it's a must-win or really important game for Everest to bring Asselin back to the group with them, and Everest took a 3-ender.
Oh boy.
So didn't see any other scores in our other games.
Now, as a pretty new member of the Halifax Curling Club, I find it so unique that the sheets are numbered 1824.
4, yeah, that's the year we were founded. Third oldest curling club in North America. I think the one in Montreal and maybe Kingston, I think is the other one that are a bit older.
Royal Kingston.
So yeah, third oldest curling club in North America.
So I'm not that great at math, but that tells me that next year is a kind of a big year for this club.
It's a big deal. It's there's a nice shot. And yeah, he'll definitely be sitting 2 now for sure. Yeah, it's a big deal. Our 200th anniversary. And people will say, well, curling season ends in 2024. Why isn't it this year? Well, reality is with when the first rock was thrown, it is actually in our next curling season.
Right.
Late in 2024. And so yeah, we'll have some activities. We have one of our members being close to the universities. We have some professors who are members of our club, and one of the professors is actually on a sabbatical.
I don't know how that just
writing a
fell
book
off, but that's
on
cool.
the history of the club. And so
That's great.
there's lots of nooks and crannies being an old club here, and he's done a lot of searching, and there's been documents he's found and interesting. So we're looking forward to that, and we'll have a bunch of other activities as well. One of the ones we were talking about is having a SPEELE and offering it to other clubs in around but you have to be 100 years old to get an invite. Not the players, the clubs.
Thank you.
The clubs that you're coming from.
100 years old.
100 years old.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody out there ever needed an excuse to come curl in Halifax, it
Mine's
sounds
good, all
like
you.
next year.
Could be one. Yeah. Going on this one, but it looks good for a single. Nice draw.
Nice draw. Right to the button almost, and that's good for one.
Nice draw by Alex Champ, and so he'll be nice to have that way in your back pocket when you can face three or so. If you know your skip can do that, then you can take a little more chances. And so we got a 1-1 game. There's been rocks in play, so that's good for everybody watching. They don't seem to hesitate putting them in play, and both teams have had their opportunities, and a couple times have been getting up on weights and things like that. So I think get that under control and throwing a bit more draws, and should be an exciting 6 more ends.
For sure.
Do have an update on sheet 1. Ha did take a 3 against Team St. George. St. George, bit surprised, they're 0-2. Picked them as one of the pre-tournament favorites, on the people who could be contending, and so I'm sure that's a bit of a disappointing start if they go 0-3. So,
well, they have a new team member this year with Jamie Sinclair joining the squad, so I'm sure that they're learning a lot about each other, and again, the eyes on the prize, I'm sure, is the Quebec Provincials.
Okay, well,
and
easy,
over in sheet
easy
4, Grandy did take a deuce in the second end, so they're up 2-0 over Team Christensen. Team Christensen out of the Halifax Curling Club, so a little bit biased, kind of cheering for them.
Hometown team.
Yeah. They did a big switch up recently, changed around positions. Where he's no longer throwing the last rock and calling the game. Heather Smith has moved up to call the game.
Okay.
And Jill Brothers is now throwing 4th rocks. Marie's throwing 2nd. Heather's throwing 3rd. And so, but it's a team of 4 that have all been skips.
I was going to say, I mean, embarrassment of riches on that team.
Yeah, so to kind of following the Team Einerson's playbook of getting 4 skips. So I think any of them 4 could all step in and call the game. And so it's they're still, I think, finding their legs as a team, I guess. And they will. They're all really quite solid. I think once they figure out what works best for them, they'll be a contender come time for the provincial Scotties.
Good. They have a fairly experienced coach as well, that team, as I understand it. Colleen Jones.
Oh, yes. I was thinking, who is their coach now? Yeah,
Line's
Colleen,
better.
yes, she's as
Line's good.
as I jokingly said yesterday, I think she's
Line's
heading to
good.
her 836th
Room.
nationals tomorrow to the mixed, and there are other curlers in Nova Scotia.
10.
We know.
It's just so happens we have one of the world's best ever.
Yeah.
But she's playing with Paul Fleming, so most of the people out there know who Paul Fleming is. He is, I think he's a former Brier runner-up and been multiple Briers, multiple mixed championships, a former Canadian mixed champion as well himself. And then a bit of a family affair. Colleen's son Luke is on the team. And I think Luke's partner Marley is playing on the team as well. So
I think we can call her his fiance now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Didn't want to
Did
put
you not hear the latest?
Didn't want to put anything out there.
Oh,
But,
okay. Well, I just let the cat out of the bag.
Okay. So really great team, good folks, and they'll do Nova Scotia proud.
No, they definitely will.
Come on, go Jules. Good sweep. Shut them.
Nice shot there, nice freeze up, and lots of rocks come and play here. This is great. So Alex is asking Austin Snyder, the second stone, to drop there. So it says Austin is a golf retail and ice maker. So he's an ice maker.
Well,
And,
that's handy.
yeah, that's. You know what you think of ice
Top
makers?
four.
They're a different crew. Ours is standing over by me. He's not saying anything, but he's giving me a gesture.
I see
as to
some
what he
body
thinks of my
language
comment.
happening from over there.
I tease him that the ice
Scott,
makers tend to
Scott,
sit
Scott.
and watch their ice, and probably have one of the best ice makers going in Adam McKiernan, and he does a fantastic job here at the Halifax Curling Club, so we're really fortunate to have him. That one a little heavy and bumped off, and so Team Arsenault will be looking to try to freeze one in there and control that zone. And this is Jesse Mullen. He's the second stone and customer service agent at Revenue Canada.
Everybody's favorite.
Good. Too low. Yep. Hard line. Hard line. Go Phil. Go Phil. Too low. Too low. Too low. Go. Go.
Well, Phil is working hard again.
Yeah, this one over curled a little bit. They were looking to keep that on the other side of the red rock, but
Weight was perfect.
had to go because it was just over curling, and
It's not bad, yeah? I'm fine with this, okay? I think we need peel. This is almost locked on the yellow. Just a hair low. Nose is pretty close.
Here we're coming with another run back.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa! Close! Yep! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Well, not bad. Got one of them out. But that red one is still glued onto their yellow.
I'm not sure if it's the result he's looking for. Marcel makes this shot, a hit and flop. Going to take a few rocks to get that. You get a lowly yellow that's really not in a good position. And
Yeah.
it's only helping Team Arsenault. So this is a big shot. A big shot here by
Jesse Mullen.
Jesse Mullen. Yeah,
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
must be close. Been on and off. You need to curl a little bit. Curl a little bit.
Phil. Phil.
Oh,
Okay,
bad.
just
My bad.
Yeah, and just a little bit of a missed line call there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Jean-Michel said my bad, and It was really close. They were on off and just looked to get it to curl a little bit more, and it was actually really good. Like,
Yep.
yeah, and once you did that, then it started moving a little bit. So got to be careful on those. But Charlie Richard here, I think, he's going to need to have to make a
Well
freeze that
then.
in there nicely.
Freeze that in there.
All you. No, 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 no,
Charlie
no,
is a
no.
payroll coordinator at Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Austin Curl, yep. Yep, whoa, whoa, whoa. Scott, yep, Scott. Okay.
Oh dear.
That's a big miss.
Oh dear. Boy, it is intense out there today, Hugh. You can hear all the teams.
Yeah, you can hear the
volume
teams.
is increased today from yesterday.
Yeah, it's pretty noisy out there.
Anyway,
Big
faut-
rebound on sheet 2, Jane. I'm not sure if you saw, but Asselin comes back with a 3 himself in the third
okay.
end. It's like field goals, both of them. Football game broke out instead. But now 3-3 tie with Team Everest and Team Asselin.
My bad. Just freeze l'année de la nôtre. Ouais. Let's go, boys.
So just wondering if anybody's seeing and listening online. Certainly if you have any questions, want us to discuss a really interesting, controversial topic, we're willing to do that. Just let us know. There's a few things going on right now. I know, I'll just not even mention, I guess.
We have a drama-free event here, Hugh.
do.
Let's just, let's
Yeah,
enjoy
I
it.
suppose, yeah. Curlers liking controversy?
I know.
No. Who would have thought?
It's shocking.
Yeah. It is a funny world to some of the things you hear. I remember one you mentioned, Colleen Jones, one year. So I don't know which one it was. She's been to so many Scotties. We got a call here at our curling club, and at the time she wasn't a member of our curling club. She was a member of another curling club, and I don't know who the person was. But they asked us if we could please tell her to stop chewing gum on television.
Oh my word!
And I said, listen, if it takes chewing gum for me to become the curler that she is, I'm going to start.
That's right.
Go on to some Bubblicious.
Sign me up.
But it's just funny, some of the things.
Oh my
it's
word!
a team like the Team Jones. They were just so
You make
focused.
that. I
and
think
they,
we're doubling our now.
they sort of
And we're only getting
taught
rid
a
of
lot of people
heads.
how to play the game and how
Yep.
you focus and that
Yeah.
sort of thing. And like
And
they knew what was important.
Yep.
into this one.
Yet some people, it's funny what people will
Fixate
Get
on.
one here. I think it's
fixate
pretty
on.
good.
Yeah. I remember at one point in my curling history, I used to be the chair of Curling Canada, and we got a call one time. It was during the 2014 Olympic trials, and Team Jacobs. So the Team Jacobs won that, and they went on a roll.
Yeah, they were awesome
They
that
didn't
year.
have a direct entry. They had to go through the qualifier
Yep.
to get there.
Yep.
And I can't remember which game it was, the semis, but Brad made like a spectacular shot. And he did one of those fist pumps come on,
Sure.
which really resonated through the television, and really what I believe is what our game needs a whole lot
A
more
little
of,
more of, yeah.
of that. And I thought it was like
Line's
one of the,
good. Line's
one
good.
of
Play the way.
most impressive things. And,
Austin,
we
yep,
got a
yep.
call saying
Hard.
that he's disrespectful
Hard
to his team.
Oh,
and
boy.
and so
Hard line.
anyhow, it's really quite interesting. Lots of
Hard.
different stories. But
Well,
right to it,
you
right to it,
can't
right to
make
it.
everybody happy.
No,
that's the
that's
thing.
Good.
well,
throw,
this
Charlie.
is this is a shot that made his team happy here. So
Yep.
Nice draw, nice rebound for Richard, who went through in the last one,
Pas trop fort. Ben, quand même. Hein?
see, puts one right in there, and it'll be tough for
Ah ouais. Castique là.
a really great position. I
faut
think
pas qu'elle
Arsenault
sorte
can
trop, hein.
run that red back in. And
Juste bombe. Hein?
He's talking
Moins que
about
ça, hein?
bump weight.
Faut qu'elle sorte d'une pierre. Fait que peut-être bon hack. Peut-être plus. Ouais.
yeah,
Ouais. J'aime ça.
I don't. I think
They're trying to kick it towards the red that's on the side of the forefoot.
They are, but they don't want to play much weight because then the angle on the other red that's shot would drive that, push that off, and they'd like the position of that red one being frozen to the yellow. So
Yeah.
I think the bump weight, if they hit it right, you might get 2 reds there. Keep that yellow at the back of the four is really helping our.
Yeah, they don't want to upset that situation.
Hack.
Calling hack now.
Yep.
You can hear a bit of frustration in Jean-Michel's voice.
Yeah.
I think he recognizes they're not capitalizing on some mistakes, and just an inch here, an inch there, and then that's the difference, right? From potentially had the chance to score a bundle here, but still not out of it. Still good opportunity for a score a crooked number.
Whoa! Jess. Whoa! Good. Go.
Nice
Okay,
shot.
that is a great shot.
That's a really good shot, and
C'est bon, c'est bon.
those yellow ones are not in great positions. And,
I think so. I think we're kind of guarding for our lives at this point, right?
Yep, you are, Alex. You are guarding for your life.
You are guarding for your life, absolutely.
Those yellows are
It probably just picks the 7 out, right?
not
Vulnerable.
not in good spots.
I think the 6 picks
Yeah.
7 this.
They are definitely vulnerable.
Never catching our back one, so there's not a whole lot of risk to throwing the guard, right?
Yep, I agree.
Like he might have this, right?
Yeah. I think that's close. Like, that's what I gave you on your first one, and it ended up kind of there, right?
That red
I think just a hair inside.
that he hits the broom near was a little bit higher. Maybe in off of that, you could get both of those yellows out of there.
Yep.
And if you could
guard.
if you could hit what you can see of that red with, Kevin Cooey
Kevin
type
Cooey weight. I was just thinking of that particular curler. Yep.
you might be able to.
Yeah.
I don't know if it gets the top.
I don't think the way it's set up right now, they're losing our back one anyways, so. Yeah, Charlie said it's pretty quick.
This is like a couple broom heads more, but it should run similar.
Okay.
It's like a 6.
Well, they're saying is lightning fast, so that's good.
That's good. That keeps your sweepers engaged.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get a time on this. It's going to be a guard, so it might not be that useful, but get a sense.
So he's up to 1.5, so that's.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa!
Should be just around the curling store sign, a little higher than that.
Oh, it's 17 on that.
It's more like a 2.5 than a 1.5, I'd say. Still not a bad spot, though.
Well, I like talking about these old school curling stories, and when you're just talking about 2.5 and 1.5 as a zone for calling weight, and we know that was introduced by the Furby 4, who just was recently inducted into the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I saw that as well. That's it's certainly now it's the terminology that all the teams use.
Sure.
And, makes things understandable now, and
yeah, and when it gets loud out there, which it is this morning, or sorry, this afternoon, it's easier to hear 1 or 2 words than a whole string of them.
Yeah.
So makes a lot of sense.
But I always like to hear, I don't like to hear it, but I often hear when you'll hear a skip say, "Where is it?" And the reply is, "It's there."
Oh, yeah.
And unfortunately, they don't tell you where there is.
We need to know where there is.
So if any of my team are listening, that's not the response I was
Note
looking
to
for.
you.
I'm looking for something a little more precise.
A little more informative.
And I often get to cases where I ask where it is, and they hit all the numbers.
Mm-hmm. Well, then you're not wrong.
Right.
I see the logic in that.
Yeah. They hit them all. So is he running this straight back, or is he trying to peel? Open it up.
I I am not sure. My gut was that he is running it back, but now they're going to go down and have another look.
So Jane, you're new here to Halifax.
Brand new, brand spanking new.
Coming from where?
Well, that's a great question. We lived in Arizona for 13 years.
Curling mecca. No.
We have a very good curling club in Arizona. It's called the Coyotes Curling
Actually,
Club.
I knew you did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got 4 sheets, dedicated ice.
Nice.
I had a good run down there. We had a good time.
Yeah.
And then my husband retired from his job, and I said, okay, let's go home. Here we are.
Wow. Well, welcome back.
It's so great to be back.
Yeah.
And we felt very welcomed and happy and at home here at the Halifax Curling Club.
So you were in Phoenix, was that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the curling club is right by the airport.
My brother's family lived in Bullhead City for a while.
Yeah.
So I've been to Arizona to visit. So
Yeah, it's
warm.
It's a pretty cool place.
Yeah, it is actually quite nice.
Yeah.
Really actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
There's a lot of Canadians that belong to that curling club.
Yeah.
A lot of people who have been to the Briar and stuff like that from up here, and now they've decided to go to the warmer climate, and they're curling down there now. Really good talent.
There's appeal now. Everything is there's access to both those reds.
I mean, like, we can be probably just off the center line, right? Like, if he has a sliver of this, that's fine.
How long have you been a member of this club?
Oh.
So maybe it's this one we're guarding?
21 years?
Oh, so you've
Because that's
seen all
for 2, right?
all the ups and downs lately.
I've seen lots.
It's not easy still. I don't think
have
that's an easy
indeed.
2, because you need to, like, you need to touch this somehow, right? And, like, the angle, it's not really touching it right now. Yeah.
It was the early 2000s when I started here.
For the guard on the 2?
As controller of a company
Pretty much the same ice,
that
no?
had their office that owns the apartment building across the street, and so our head office was there at the time.
Handy.
Now they're downtown and not there anymore, but
Which is for 2, right?
moved on to something else. And yeah, that's why I started back at the Halifax Curling. I started at the Halifax Curling when I came here.
That's great. Come over and throw at lunchtime.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started volunteering my first year here.
I mean, that's the question, is, like, do we think
I'm
this
a
is more
chartered
there than
accountant
this? Like,
by profession, and so I was at one of the
okay,
first meetings.
I think we still have to guard it.
And decided to come to it and listen. And the president at the time and the vice president had said, "We need some help. Anybody
They'll
know
just throw the guard?
accounting?"
Oh,
Yeah.
And I said,
Right in front of the red.
"I'm an accountant. I can."
Guess I knew.
How much? How much
Like
time
same
do you
speed?
need? And they said, "Oh, probably only a couple of hours." So that's
Okay.
how did that work out for you?
Well, they were not lying to me because they told me at that meeting they didn't know anything about accounting, and that was a true statement.
Oh,
They
boy.
didn't know anything. But yeah, no, it's been a fun time here. So, ups and downs for sure.
Well, curling definitely is a sport of volunteers, and volunteers make it all work.
Yep.
And I that's why this event is going so well.
early.
All the volunteers at the
Okay, well,
club and
line's
the
good,
staff.
line's good, line's good.
It's work of many.
We're going to put this one up high, or like in the rings, and act as a guard and act as a. Well, they're certainly not getting in the rings on this one.
Just a nice high guard. Okay.
Now, if he can he hit that?
Yeah.
The yellow one that is there that he's
I don't even
touching
know how you
now.
Yep.
If he peels with that,
Do they all go?
do all the yellows go, including the one that does it? The other, it would have to be such significant weight.
Well, I think you at least push it out of the 4-foot, but you also lose that red there
Do
too.
you lose that? Well, yeah, but does the yellow come back? Where's the yellow one? That's the second yellow one. Does that come
Yeah.
straight back and chisel that other yellow one out?
Maybe. Yeah.
Like a drag sort
The
of?
drag effect, yeah.
No, they're trying the We're gonna. This is a case where the other two guys
trying
have to
this.
fling him out of the hack to get the weight that he needs to throw this one.
Get the rocket pack.
This is yeah. This one. Time this one, Jane.
All right, I'm on it.
He's looking for. Maybe about a 6. That's what he wants.
Yeah, this is your phone a friend. Get Kevin Cooey
Yeah.
off the bench.
Yeah.
Throw this for me.
Make it if you're throwing from sheet 2.
Whoa! Whoa! Jess!
I think that's about a 6.5.
Yeah.
Just needed it
Just
thinner.
one rock. All those rocks in play and only one.
Well, that happened to me the other night,
Yep.
where we had all the rocks in play and only scored one, but I don't think it was because of our high degree of skill.
Right. Right. Some other updates on the scores. St. George comes back with a deuce in the third end, trailing Team Ha 3-2. Ha with a hammer now playing 4. On not sure what happened on sheet 4 or sheet 2. No scores are put up yet.
Well, they're,
Oh,
just, they're just finishing off the fourth end on
there's
sheet 2.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. You're correct.
So you're
Same
just.
as they've already done the sheet 3. Right. Never mind.
Yeah, you're good.
They're in the fourth end already. We reported on that one. It's sheet 4. We're not sure of what they did. What happened in the third end.
Jules. Overkill. Prends du gaz, pas? Check. Hey, my bad. Manqué ton rôle.
Well, you're going to hang around and party tonight, Hugh? There's some fun things going on here at the Curling Club. Look, it's an East Coast party, and you can have oysters.
Yeah, well, not something I would. You can have mine.
Oh,
Just say that.
you're not a fan.
I'm not an oyster fan. I have tried an oyster. It's just.
We can't just try it once.
Yeah, sure you can.
Line's good.
It's just not. It's a
Good girl.
texture thing for me. I can't deal with it. So,
Charlie.
All right, well, you can dance to the
Yep.
music. There's a
I
live
can,
band.
I can
Yeah,
dance.
you
to
gotta
the
go,
music for sure.
gotta get it over there.
But yeah, it's just. Are you an oyster fan?
I do like oysters.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I do. Yeah.
I
I would
like most
enjoy going to
seafood.
the Five Fishermen and having
Yeah.
some seafood there.
Yeah.
No, wait.
So I will have your share. Thanks very much. Take you up on that offer.
Yeah.
Jess. Passez à la ligne, les gars. Oui. Je peux pas le faire mal.
Here comes a nice guard.
Good shot.
Yeah, that's a really good guard.
That is absolutely perfect.
And Alex will be asking, I think this is the second star, or is this the lead? This is the lead. The lead is Scott Clinton, biomedical engineering technologist.
Okay. Whoa, room. Line's good still. Room. All you.
This one's just going to touch it and bounce
Just a
off,
little
unfortunately.
wobbly. It's funny, it's so close to being a perfect shot,
Yep.
and then that little rub.
That
is,
little rub changes it all, doesn't it?
You know, it's what separates, you know, a lot of times the teams that you see at the Briar, same teams, you know, Brad and Cooey and Brendan Botcher, those teams.
Yeah.
Consistently there, and people, what about everybody else? And so the talent is not much that further off, right? The difference between that shot and the perfect shot is like an inch.
An inch.
But that
less.
inch is really important,
Yep,
right? And
yep.
you get those. That's what separates it. You need to be making those those perfect weight shots all the time. to
All
be
the
at,
time.
Vas-y, Phil.
It's
En arrière de l'autre.
very tough game to perfect, and I'll tell you, I've spent decades trying, and it's still not there for me. Well, here comes a removal attempt. Trying to get a hit and roll in towards this other one.
Hard! Whoa!
It's looking good. Well, it's not
Okay.
bad. It was a tough shot. Yeah, I had to
10-9
just
shot.
almost wait for that to get the double. And it's a bit of a scary spot because if you don't keep your brooms on it, you might end up meeting the guard before you get into the ring. So it was a good try.
We're looking to come through the port here and get the hit and roll.
Gilles. Whoa. Whoa.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Needs to curl a little bit.
Phil. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good shot.
Dandy, a little shot there.
Really good rock placement.
He was hoping for a little bit more of a roll, just slightly. He got it curling, and then as soon as he got it curling, it curled a little too much.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a fine line sometimes out there.
Sure. I don't think you're trying to hit this because I.
He's playing appeal here, I think.
Yep.
I'd drive it into the
Pile.
to get them moving. I wouldn't mind doing that. It's you're gonna lose your own yellow, but I don't like how it looks if I'm team
Yep.
champ here.
I agree. With hammer, you don't like to see that much going on in
No,
and on top of the forefoot.
No.
No, he's wide on this one. Going to hit on the wrong side to drive it in pile,
Okay.
But maybe at least clear it. Give yourself another something out there.
I don't know much about team champ. I haven't heard a lot about them. They won the KW Fall Classic. It says they were champions. They played in the Stucel's Tankard, the Savills Shootout.
Huh? What?
They're also going to be playing the Stucel's Living Water Collingwood, Stucel's Port Elgin Super Spiel, and the Stucel's Brantford. So they're doing all the Stucel's.
Well, it's a good circuit team.
Yeah. Alex and Scott have played together for almost a decade.
Oh,
Austin participated in the PointsBet Invitational this year at Humber College,
nice.
and last year as the reigning Canadian Junior champions. Wow.
Good.
A nice shot there, Jean-Michel.
Go, Gilles. C'est bon.
That was a cool event to watch, the points bet.
Yeah, it's an interesting event.
We're normal. Okay.
Actually, it's
Yeah, knows it.
We asked the teams to fill out a survey when I said I don't know much about the team champs, and then I started rhyming off some stuff. We asked them all to fill out a survey. This is actually, even though they've played in three other events, this is their first event playing with all four on the ice together.
Oh, okay.
Austin was working in Banff in summer and early fall, so this is their first tournament together. So yeah.
Yeah. Hard.
Great.
Still trying to figure out the team, I
Hard. Hard.
guess. A bit of a jam there, so
Jam.
might get it out.
Working it.
Nope.
No, one of
Hang on
the tripping
there.
hazard back there.
But not all bad.
Ouais.
Makes that. What do you do here, Jane? Do you take the open yellow, or and then Champ just walks up and plays a hit and roll, and
Yeah.
he's got a couple of yellow he can hide behind there.
Vu qu'on mène par un.
I think it's a hit and roll towards the center. I think is the shot.
I think so too, because your goal here is hold him to 1, right?
Yeah.
So make it as hard as possible for him to manufacture that too.
Yeah, he's got to make the hit and roll, and
Hein? Nose it? Ouais.
Knows he's going to hit it and just stay out
yeah,
there.
who knows? I don't mind rolling in actually at all, because then that makes, if you make the hit and roll, you still might not be shot. If you hit on the nose here, and you got to anywhere in the 8 you roll to, your shot.
Yeah,
so.
I see what you're saying. Yep.
Oh, oh! Whoa! Whoa! Phil! Get bon, get bon! Phil! Phil! Phil!
Well, just
They just
spun out, but maybe.
Yeah, it's
Go. Tu peux le faire.
Well, it's a good year to be a curling fan in Halifax.
I know.
We've got this great event happening right now. There's the Grand Slam in a couple of weeks.
yeah.
Pictou County.
Okay.
Are you going to go to
You
that?
in control?
Well, I'm from Pictou County, so I might go up and see family and
Of
go watch a game or
course.
show, but we'll see. I'm not sure yet. But yeah. and then-
We're going. We've got some tickets for the closing weekend of that. And then the Women's Worlds is in Sydney
in Sydney.
in
yeah.
March. Maybe some of the teams here today will be at that event.
Yeah, well, I
pretty
think
likely.
You'll see. You'll definitely see Taranzoni.
Yep.
You'll see Constantini, who
Yep.
are here at
Lead.
this tournament.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Will be
Hard.
definitely
Hard.
in Sydney.
Hard. Gotta
and,
go, Scott. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Hard.
Not sure
Keep
what
going, keep
team
going.
Ha or not. I'm not sure if they'll be there to represent
11.
Korea. It's a different Korean team at the Pan Continental,
Pan-Continental.
who actually beat Canada last night.
They did.
I stayed
They
up and
did.
watched those.
Comme ça, hein?
I stayed up and watched that game. And
Did
I'll
you?
just leave it at that.
You're better than I am. I was going to watch the replay.
Yeah, well,
Maybe I should
Don't
not.
bother.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I think you know the results.
Save me the couple hours. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just reserve my comment on that whole
All right,
event.
go Canada, go.
Yeah, let's check the scores now to see. I know Brad is, Gushu is playing Team USA in the semis. That's this morning.
Whoa, Phil!
Do we want to know?
Whoa!
It is.
On Phil! Jess, Goose!
They're in the 5th end.
Spoiler alert.
Turn us down if you don't want to know that Gushu's up 2-1 in the 5th.
Okay.
I don't think so.
And the U.S. have the hammer.
No.
In the other match, it's Korea.
Still have to
Japan
try and roll under
tied,
here, eh?
3-3.
3-3.
It'll be an all-Asian final on the in the women's event. Japan beat the U.S.
Like to the center
and,
line?
Korea beat
Yeah.
Canada. So
You know, as
Sticking
much
there
as
with
we love
control.
seeing our Canadian teams
like
win
that?
everything, it is amazing the explosion of curling across the world. I think it is such good news for the game.
Control. Sorry? Okay. Why?
Living in Arizona, I used to curl against people who were members of Team India and Team Mexico. A lot of those folks live in California.
some of those teams on the B side who will move up to the A side next year. China's at 7-0. China, who took a year off,
Yep.
get relegated to B.
Yep.
Will move up most likely to A, but also the Philippines. Hong Kong's at 6-1. The Philippines is at 6-1 as well. And the Philippines people will say, well, how does that happen? and they just became a member of the World Curling
Hard,
Federation.
Austin,
and,
hard. Austin.
The Pfister
Whoa.
brothers out of Switzerland.
Switzerland.
It's an all-Swiss team.
Yeah,
Christian
yeah.
Haller at third. Our team Philippines.
Yes,
So
yes.
What?
Yeah.
that's Canada's always shouldn't have any trouble getting out of the Pan-Continental. One would think, but add those guys to the mix. Now things are a little bit tougher. You get Team
Yeah.
USA. China will be back. Korea is always there, and Japan.
Yeah.
So
It's
don't take things for granted. any
rough
longer.
out there,
Yeah.
for sure.
So.
Just in the few years that I was curling down there, the interest and skill of curlers in the United States
Yeah.
just skyrocketed.
Well, now we have an American who is the president of the World Curling Federation, Bo Welling,
Yep, yep.
from, as he likes to say, the beautiful state of South Carolina. So,
Yeah, they have a good arena club there.
yeah, that's how he started.
Yep.
He's a golf course developer, and so just started playing in an arena.
Right,
and,
right.
Yeah, he's had a whole new perspective to the sport.
Well, that's how a lot of curlers in the States start, is at arenas. They have an arena championship
Yeah.
even for arena-specific curlers.
So they got to go hard on it. They don't want to jam.
Hard, Jess! Hard! Just, okay, beaucoup trop de gaz.
Just a little too much weight. You got a chance of the blank now. I think there's. Oh, he's thinking that side one is on. They're just going to do the draw, Jane. I didn't think that's.
Okay.
It's hard to tell from where we're sitting, and the cameras are often deceiving. But it looks like they're thinking that's on the ring, so they're going to just.
They're just going to
try
draw
further
instead
on.
of blank.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah, I've played in the arena once. I went to some meetings, curling meetings in Reno,
I think it
and
should be similar to draw to the button.
it
No, or like
was. Us Canadians take a lot of things for granted.
no joke.
And so
Yeah.
this curling club, it was interesting trying to throw a rock in arena ice. It curled multiple different ways on the same shot,
Or sometimes it didn't.
and it was
Yeah.
very interesting. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, no, I understand.
So Alex had his draw weight on the floor, or the second end. We'll see if he has it in the fourth. They're not touching this one. Certainly doesn't have any backing, so it needs to put on some brakes. So it might actually get some backing now. It's coming up to. He'll be fine. He has that back, but I don't know
Yeah,
if it's heavy.
I don't think it's
He's good anyhow.
that
He's
heavy. It's
no,
a little heavy,
little
but
heavy, so no, not bad.
not enough to make you too nervous.
Yeah. So we got a 2-2 game here. Saying last night we could have the same sort of thing happen. It was like, or not last night, maybe it was the night before. Basically, we got a 4-in game now.
Yes. Yep. Started from scratch again almost.
Yeah.
Except this time you know the ice a little better at the beginning.
And I think we changed hammers because I think we started with Champ had the hammer starting the game,
Right.
and so that's the only thing that's happened since start of the game. Arsenault now has the hammer. So over in sheet 4, we do have an update in the third end. Christensen only took a single, so they're down by down 2-1, playing Grandy over there in the fourth, and a lot of red rocks for Grandy in the house. There's one lonely yellow one, though.
One lonely yellow.
lines up, Ad.
In the football game on sheet 2, that was 3-3 after 2 ends. There was only a single point, so it must be Canadian football because they got the single.
Single.
Yeah.
Okay, good throw.
And another deuce by Team Ha to take a 5-2 lead over Team St. George. St. George has the hammer now playing in the fifth end.
They do a couple of creative things in the States to keep curlers involved at all different stages. Like they have this arena nationals that I talked about, which is fun. And then they have a national for curlers who've played under 5 years.
Oh, yeah?
The U5 nationals. So if you're new to the sport, usually as an adult curler, because you know the junior programs are pretty good in the Northeast, but not always prevalent everywhere else. So a lot of those curlers are adults that have come new to the sport, and they have their very own national competition to play for.
Yeah.
I tried to lobby that I should be able to play in it because I'd played in the States for under 5 years, but apparently that's not the spirit of the rule. They wouldn't let me in. I was excluded.
Go ahead,
I
line
curled
two.
a PEI for a few years.
Line's
as well,
tight.
Charlottetown
Gotta
Curling Club,
go.
which I think is closed now.
Hard for
They're putting
everything.
one over PEI, but they used to have a 4-year and under and an 8-year and under.
Hard.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
it's kind of a neat idea, and
Yeah.
especially for those people who join curling who are no longer juniors,
Right.
but
As
take up
adults,
the sport and who want to
Yeah.
play something a little bit more competitively at their level. Now with the I'm not even sure what it's called now. It's the Everest. We used to be the Travelers.
The club one, yeah.
The club championship,
Yeah.
whatever it's called now. That's sort of taken over that. It was, I guess I should say, it was intended to kind of take a bit of that role.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's what it is any longer, but
Still looks pretty competitive if you
it's
ask me.
still, well, now it's more competitive than it's ever been, I think. So
Come on.
it looks like a nice shot here. Got to roll down low, maybe a little deeper than they wanted. I think like about another 6 or 8 inches higher. He would like that.
Back 4.
So this is Austin Snyder. Alex will be asking to throw back 4, just tapping that one back a little bit. Then you get a little bit of a wall, create a little bit of a wall.
Yep. Lots of pocket opportunities here. That's what you want. I'm wondering if the increase in interest in mixed doubles has started to influence the way we're calling the 4-player game, because you see a lot of these ends looking like this.
Yeah. It's all about control, right? The game has moved into the center of the rings. There's no doubt about it. And,
Hard.
been like that for a while now.
Lead.
Not sure how you get around.
Yep.
Well, even to the point in club curling.
Yep. Hard.
I'm not sure how many times. It's not a bad little shot. How many times people put up because you see on TV.
Yeah.
And you know you're supposed to put the corner guard
guard,
up.
yeah.
And how many times it's just really a wasted rock. And you just throw it up there and you don't do anything with it for the rest of the game. And you're just basically saying, here's a rock that I'm not going to use. You guys take it. You guys can have 8 now. I'll only throw a 7. And so, the more elite curling, it's different. But I find in club curling especially, they don't do anything with it. Or it's rare. It's a mistake.
Yeah, I think you have to kind of change the way you think about the corner guard, because I agree that you very rarely get an opportunity to draw around a corner guard, which is what you think you're supposed to do, but it does come in handy often for a hit and roll, like an opportunity to hide behind it with a hit and roll, or if you play it nice and tight, then you can use it later in the game to drive it in if you need to do that. So sometimes they come in handy if you position them well. So I still like the corner guard. I'm still a fan. But I like those in-offs. I think I gave that away earlier. That's my favorite thing to do.
And I'm not a fan of corner guards.
Tell us in the chat what your opinion of corner guards might be.
Okay, line's good.
Break the tie.
Line's good. Split set. Whoa. Let's go, Austin. Good throw.
So this is the second draw. This is the 10th draw of the event. Second draw today. We have a couple more later on, 4 o'clock and is it 4 o'clock and 8?
I want to say 4:30 and 8.
4:30 and 8. Okay. We've been starting a little late because, as Jane mentioned, we don't have time clocks, and some decisions are taking a little longer than some others. So we'll just leave it at that.
Yep. Say no more. Well, we did a little call out to the volunteers earlier, but I also want to just mention some of our partner sponsors, because we know how important sponsors are to the execution of events like this. So thanks goes out to Murphy Hospitality Group, Prince Edward Island Brewing Company, Crombie REIT, Scotia Square, and the Curling Store. Thank you so much. Couldn't do it without you.
Yeah, those are some sponsors who have been around for a while with this event, so it's fantastic. Time and time again, they've supported the event, so
Hey, line's okay.
couldn't do it without them.
Austin. Austin.
Well, we did have that lonely yellow one that was on sheet 4.
Hard, get
Lived
center line, hard,
lived
hard,
to-
hard, keep going, keep going,
lived
keep
to
going.
get a posted
steal,
score.
a steal of 1
Yeah.
by Team Christensen to tie the game up 2-2 after 4 ends. So
Oh, boy.
lonely yellow survived.
That is an important game over there.
It is very important.
They're all important, don't get me wrong, but
no, there's,
that one in particular.
I
Yeah.
don't know if there's anybody might be some people mathematically out. I'm not sure, but most of the games are still really important. They're starting to take shape, some of the pools more than others, but I think there's some really important matches out there today. This is a must-win for Champ for sure.
Right.
They're 0-2, so they're going to have to rebound and get some luck on this, win this one or the next one, and then hope.
Well, and then how do we qualify for playoffs? So we have 3 pools of 5. So the top team of each pool
One more.
goes on to the quarterfinals for sure.
So what
Is it the top 2?
No, it's so the top 2 in each pool go to the playoffs, but only the top 2 teams can make
That's
it
what I was
directly into
thinking
the
too, yeah.
semis, and then
The semis.
4 go into the quarters.
Got it.
So
Yep.
it's record. Then I think it's
I think even if you know
then
it,
last straw.
one goes
Last
here.
straw.
Simulation. So
So either
that's
roll
how
your
we
shooter
determine it.
or roll
And,
this one.
All of those last stone draw stats are posted on our website, halifaxcurl.ca. Have a look right now. Oh, halifaxcurl.com, pardon me.
Yep, yes. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Just like that, the Red Rocks are all gone.
Well, this one's going to be a wide open end, and then Arsenault won't be upset about that. He'll be able to get the even ends, last rock.
Control.
Boy, it's hard to tell from these charts who's winning, the men or the women, with the last stone draw scores.
Yeah, you're going to have to come down down at the club and see the. We have a little poster upstairs. So why don't you come down to Halifax Curling Club, 948 South Bland Street in Halifax. Free admission for the entirety of the event. There's going to be some live entertainment tonight. There's some games upstairs. If you can watch even the live streaming upstairs and play some. There's the cornhole game, and there's a big giant Jenga, and there's a big giant
Straw.
Connect 4, and there's we have the kitchen is open, so some food, and of course our bar that's certainly ready to serve you some beverages. Really good atmosphere down here at the club.
Full 4.
And you can see all 4 matches live.
Yep. And you can meet these curlers.
Yeah, you can see some of the world's best.
Yep.
Spot still quick,
Tomorrow
eh?
is Family Day down here. Is that
Yeah,
true?
I think that is.
Think we're gonna have
tomorrow
some-
what is today? Friday?
Today
Yeah,
is Friday.
Friday
Are
is
all the
Friday.
days starting to blur together for
do
you?
blur together. And so tomorrow is the Family Day. So
Tomorrow's Family Day. That's going to be a lot of fun. Bring your kids. That's the thing. It's going to be photo booth, child-friendly lunch and snacks, face painting, floor curling. Get your kids hooked early on this great sport.
What?
So just keep this one clean and retain that hammer until the sixth end. Yeah, Terranzoni here. They've done pretty well.
They're fairly good
times,
curlers. Yeah, sure.
I get to see them in Silkboard a few years ago when they won their first world champion, when she won her first. And so they've dominated since. But I know there's some fans who came in, who drove 4 hours yesterday to come and watch them play. So,
My gosh.
10.
So I know you gotta pay tickets next week.
Yep.
For tickets to go see them in Pictou County.
Yes,
It's
you
free
do.
to come and see them here.
And I don't think you're going to probably get as close up to them as you will there as you
No.
do here, because we're all just here in this cozy curling club.
That's right. But mind you, I think hopefully you can go up to both. Want to come and
Yeah, I know.
meet them here and then go to the Pictou County event. I think they'll put on a great show in Pictou
Yeah.
County and encourage everybody to go up and see the teams. Team Black from here and
Yep.
Team Purcell from here are both going to be in there in
Yep.
the tournament.
Yep.
I think Black is actually, I don't know if they get an invite or they qualified automatically. They're at that sort of stage where
Right.
they're up there already.
Right.
Purcell got an invite into it, and good young team out of Halifax Curling Club.
Whoa, clean,
They'll
clean.
they certainly belong there, and be
Whoa,
interesting to see
whoa.
how they play. I know both
Clean.
Purcell and
clean.
Black are both undefeated in this tournament, so
Great.
yeah. Black has dominated the women's game in Nova Scotia the past couple of years, and qualified for the championship round at the Scotties.
Well, she really captured a lot of hearts
yeah.
doing that. I mean, holy, that was quite a run that they went on last year.
Yeah, and so and then Purcell's team,
C'est pas marqué, là.
new squad, but Purcell won the Canadian. I think I'm not sure what they call it because of the year they didn't have the juniors and it was just the world
Right,
qualifiers. They
right,
won
yeah,
that, and,
yeah.
and so Adam and Owen from that team, and then they picked up Ryan and Scott from Paul Fleming's former team, and
Okay.
really solid squad. One of
Combined forces.
yeah, one of the favorites for the Tankard this year.
Clean. Clean. Good shot. Off it.
So a blank end.
Boys. Ah.
Something I'm really impressed with the young curlers that I didn't see in myself as a young curler all those centuries ago is how well coached they are. The coaching just provides so much more confidence and poise, and it's just amazing to see these young people just handling themselves like absolute pros.
Yeah, we have a coaching rate across the country is actually pretty incredible. I'm sure every one of us have, when we've gone to hotels, we've stayed in a hotel, and then the thing you dread to hear is, oh, there's a sports team
Yeah.
in the hotel.
Yeah.
I think everybody's experienced that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I know in one of my roles I got to go to being on the board. I went to the, I can't remember which juniors it was. It was maybe in Calgary
Line's
or
good.
Fort Mac, one or the other.
Line's good.
And
All you.
what impressed me the most was you'd have no idea you were staying in a hotel with multiple junior teams
Sure.
from across the country.
Yeah.
Just
Can
it
you just leave it
wasn't
here?
like
Leave it here, leave it here.
regimental and the fact that they could have any fun. It was just they were just disciplined, and the
Right,
coaching
yeah.
was really, really extraordinary. So,
Yeah, it's
hands, just kudos to the coaching across the country is really, really impressive, and just those elite junior teams are so focused, to your point, and just are able to handle themselves out there with, maturity and.
Yeah, and I think we saw that on display too at that PointsBet Invitational that we just talked about earlier, and how many young college and university and just out of juniors teams there were there, and they're playing with veterans with not too many visible nerves. I think it's amazing.
Well, one of the things I think Curling Canada, one of the really good things that I think they did recently is the whole under-25 championship.
Yep.
You had that cutoff at junior, and then regrettably, what will happen is it takes once you move to the big ranks, it's tough to get in, right? And it's tough to continue, and so you go from under 21 or 21, whatever. That seems to change every year. And then a lot of people will leave the game. Kids go off to university, and the teams split up, and so it's tough to get them back in, and it's tough to keep that competitive level. The under 25 now gives them a target to say, here's an opportunity again to compete at a national level, get people, maybe not quite ready for the, the Gushus or the Botchers or the Pui level yet, but it gives you something to stay in the game and be competitive and gradually move up to that level.
And all those players are experiencing the same life changes, like whether they're in university or just starting their careers or whatever. I mean, all of those things. I mean, it's hard and it's expensive to play on the circuit. As a team that doesn't have a ton of sponsors, maybe, and so when you're with a like-minded group, it really does help you, continue to go.
So, so kudos to Curling Canada. I know a couple of those teams. I know the Purcell team, for the most part, 3 of the 4 players are under 25, and then Morbrook from Ontario are there. Those 2 teams, if you consider them both under 25 teams, are among the world's best now. Craig from Scotland is one of the other ones I would say that are at that level of that next. Certainly can compete. You look at Purcell, Morbrook, and Craig. They've had some big wins against some of the top folks. I don't know if it's there yet consistently all the time, but certainly are able to play at that level. But I think that next group is starting to develop, right? And you'll see those 3 teams, or those 3 names. You're going to see those a lot, I think, in the future. So, but it's great that there is that level now.
Yes.
That allows them to keep in the game. So.
Yes, and like you said, keeps them motivated to stay in the game. That's once you leave, it's sometimes hard to convince somebody to come back.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things we keep forgetting is there's not a lot of money to be made in the world's best in this event, which is a shame. People we have lofty expectations of our athletes to win gold medals at the Olympics, but the reality is, in most sports, it's very different. To be an Olympic athlete, to be an Olympic champion, the hours and our people have to put in those hours, and most of them still all work day jobs. Not the case with the people they're playing against across the world. Certainly the Canadians are. So we ask a lot of them, and we have high expectations. Wearing that maple leaf is it's a heavy maple leaf.
Yes.
It's
it has to be something that Curling Canada is talking about constantly, I would hope. I mean,
Good.
It's hard to play against somebody who gets paid to do this for a living, and that's all they do. And
And this end is opening up, or setting up for Champ to possibly steal here. He's got one on the great shot there, one on the on touching the button, and now 3 rocks in front of it. So I'm going to see Team Arsenault try to open this up. This year Halifax Curling Club actually are taking on the Scotties and the Tanker, the provincial championships, for the next 3 years. Part of the reason behind that is just, again, to support our athletes. We have a lot of the high competitive, high performance teams play out of this club, and so recognizing that we ask them to train, and oh, by the way, then you have to travel, despite the fact that most of you are here, travel for a provincial championship, and so we're able to. One of the reasons we decided to try to bid on something like that is to help out our.
Oh, this is a great shot. That was.
A little unlucky. I thought it might be able to clear a bit more.
Yeah.
So that's part of the reason why we did it, to help ease the burden a little bit, as opposed to having another tournament where they had to travel and pay for hotels.
Yep,
They could
yep.
stay here.
That's good. Well, we've been hearing from some of the national level players the changes that David Murdoch is starting to introduce, so we'll see how that plays out over the next couple of years too.
Yeah, it'll take a couple of years for David to see the
Line's
impact of
good.
what David's going to do in the game, but
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
David's just a really great guy.
Hard line.
He's had a fair bit of success.
keep
and knows
going,
what he's
keep
doing,
going,
and,
keep going.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that. He's had a lot of success as a player and as a coach and program runner.
Got a little lucky break there, got a little rub off to put the guard up.
I'm trying to see if there's any kind of double peel possibility there, or where things are going to jam when they hit.
And the right shot is to open this up. It's still, we're on the second stone. Yeah. He needs to open this up a bit.
Put it out just a bit, but I think that's going to be okay.
Well, it should be fine a little bit. Once the hit, it should be good.
Yeah.
That's a good rock. Certainly not in the trouble that he was in a few rocks ago. So.
No, that's right. Cleanup effort successful.
Jane, what nights of the week do you play?
I play Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, and the newly created Monday afternoon draw
Wow.
at noon. It is fantastic, that draw. I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah?
There's something wonderful about coming to the curling club, playing your game, and then still having something left in the day.
Line's good.
I'm not used to that, and I like it a lot.
Yes, hard. Switch.
Wednesday and Thursday are so full that we
Yep,
often
keep
have the
going,
late
keep going,
draw,
keep
so
going,
then
keep
you
going,
know
keep
you have
going.
to
Whoa.
stay awake through that. But those are excellent. We talked about some of the competitive curlers here. A lot of those people are in those draws, and makes for great games, just on your regular weekly league.
So guard there by Team Champ, and so I think just the way it curls, I think it's it's probably around what I'd say is a 2 halfway. I think with the quiet tap, you certainly doesn't have. I think you can certainly take that shot rock out, and so plays the right weight. It does curl in with the with the quiet tap back. He should be lying. He could be lying 2 here.
That makes sense, yeah.
Here we come. It's by the guard by a fair amount. Not worried about that.
It's got a curl.
Got a curl.
Should be close.
Yep.
Nice little shot there.
Oh, that is
And,
great weight control.
Got 2 rocks buried, one behind the tee line, but Champ's got to think of what he's going to do here. Oh, he's going all in.
I guess he figures it's a 6th end. Gotta go hard.
Is this your call? Is this what you do here? Not what I would do.
No. Yeah.
I don't mind the draw, the freeze, that red stone is behind the tee line.
That would be, yeah. I think this is one of those moments where you think, okay, what's an acceptable outcome and what's an unacceptable outcome right now? And unacceptable is dropping 3.
Yeah, you're in a tie game, right? And it's a 6 then tie game. You freeze up to that red
Line's
one.
okay.
And it takes it
and,
out.
Takes it out of play.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to struggle to get,
Yeah.
Hard line.
Now he's got to figure out how to get his 2.
Hard. Hard.
And 2's not the end of the world.
No.
3's tough.
3 is tougher.
Hard. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going as far as you can.
Mentally
go, go,
and
hard,
also
hard, hard,
scoreboard
hard,
wise. Dropping a 3 is tough.
Good sweep, Scott.
So,
I mean, what do we know? That's a great shot.
well, I think it's pretty darn close to the same shot he just threw, though. And now, if he hits and rolls, he's ahead of the tee line. And
Blocking
he rolls
that
over,
freeze.
rolls over to the H in Halifax, and then now, champ, you're all in, and you got to bury one perfectly, or you could give up a bundle. And
We talked about guarding for your life earlier. This
yeah.
would be drawing for your life.
So same sort of shot. Hackish on the yellow, roll over. A little warm, they're saying, so you gotta get ready to sweep this one. Needs to curl a little bit. It's close.
It's got to climb over that center line a little bit more. That was a sweeper's rock.
So just a little heavy.
A little heavier than last time, yeah.
Same thing, I guess, eh?
I felt like my hair was softer than what I used.
Same thing.
Okay.
That's what he's saying.
So maybe I need a hair less than you.
Well, over on sheet 1, Ha took another point.
Okay.
The score there is
Okay.
6-2. And the house is loaded with reds, which isn't what Laurie St. George wants to see.
Okay, 4 foot.
Yeah, just not sure what's happening over in sheet 4. They don't seem to put the scores up.
Okay,
Sheet,
so
sheet 2,
similar
Aslan
to
took
my
a
draw
deuce
for
in
one that went
in the 5th and got 5-4, and I believe
Okay.
Evers
But
was just
similar
facing
field.
a bundle, and I think he came up and scored a single.
Okay.
20-25
I
ish.
think.
Okay.
Not positive though. Yeah, I think he did.
Well then, well then.
This one's outside a little bit, they're saying.
Back 14.
So back 14. If it takes the curl, it
Okay.
could come down a little
It
bit.
could, it could.
Back 5, back 4. Back 4.
It's the line that's important, though. They got to really try to duck it.
It's really got to curl if it's going to get over that other
Hard,
side.
Austin! Go hard, 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 hard!
That's a good drag.
So, we'll see if fourth rock thrower Julian Tremblay can play that quiet weight to Jane and
Yep.
hit and roll over back 8. Then Alex Champ is going to have a decision to make.
That's right.
If he rolls too much, could give him a pocket and give him his
Could.
way out.
Good.
Emile is curling Quebec's competition director, so he's running the curling all the time. And just to be a little different, JF is an electrician.
Julian Tremblay, phys ed teacher.
I wonder if he teaches his kids curling.
I hope.
I hope so, too.
He's going to have to teach a sweeper to sweep this one over because it's going to curl
It's
a
going to
little
go.
bit.
It's going to go. I have faith.
Should be good. It's going to come a little bit more. Slow down.
Okay, well,
Just about.
it's a little bit
I didn't think
there.
that was rolling that far at all.
Pardon?
I didn't think that was going to roll that far at all. Probably have to try the same thing, no?
I mean, it's there to get a bit more buried, right?
Yep. Okay, so we were here.
All right, they're going to try the same
What do we
thing.
need, like there?
Yeah, I think actually.
Going to take a little less ice.
Okay. Okay.
Probably
Throws
want
the
2 feet less
same
weight.
Well, I think they were sweeping it mostly there because they wanted it to curl. So
Right.
I think his weight was probably okay.
Okay.
Just needs the better line, and so.
Okay. Same thing.
He's saying the same thing. So yeah, so it's just it's more about the line. You can take it right back
Yeah.
to
So I'll try to get
you
like
know,
1 to 2 feet
full
less.
weight in the back if you have to, but you got to bury.
Yeah. I kind of feel like the farther back you go, the easier it is for the other team to pick it out because
Sure.
all the curl is so late.
No, for sure. But you gotta bury this one.
You got to bury it. That's job one for sure. Same weight is what the sweepers are
Same
saying.
weight.
Line's good.
Right now, back 4.
I think it's a little more weight actually than what they had the first time, but maybe I'm wrong.
Austin.
Line's looking real good.
Back 8. Back 4.
You need this one to
Oh,
curl.
no, it does look like a little more weight. Well, Hugh, you
It's those eagle eyes. Avery is
called it.
And
Sits for second.
sits for second. Yeah, sometimes people focus on the clock, and I think it was a case of just watching it just looked like it had more.
Looked like more.
So is it an open draw for 3? Is there a split there? Little rub on that red and roll into the white to push the red up. I mean, the red's only got to be pushed about an inch or so.
Maybe. They got to get pretty tight around that yellow one to do that, though, again, because all the curl is going to happen then.
Well, you just got to hit about. You don't hit
Eighth
much
of
of
it.
that. Yeah, so I think that's all there. You know, shouldn't be near that yellow at all. Hit it right. But he's just going to draw the.
Take his 2 and keep the hammer in the even ends.
Well, if he throws the same rock that the champ just threw, follows him right down, you bump, even touch it.
Just a shade.
You know, if
Yeah.
he does exactly the same weight, it pushes that back an inch or two, and he could score 3.
Now, I know everyone releases differently and such, but he also has a little more ice than what Champ had.
And that has he's certainly got more rotation. And now they're looking. Oh no, this is not good at all.
Yeah.
He was way out there,
Just
threw a
didn't
ton
hit-
of weight.
Yeah, didn't hit that break point at all.
He didn't give it a chance. He threw that way too much weight and with a lot of rotation. And well, Champ is probably breathing a sigh of relief, going,
Yes.
guys, we managed to
dodged
sneak out
that.
of that one. And
Yeah, for sure.
that's not going to get you any points on the scoring chart. That one was a
Nope.
miss.
Alex, what are you thinking?
All right, well, he's had a minute to regroup, so what you got to do as a player is move on.
Nope, you can't do a darn thing about that shot anymore.
Nope.
That one's over. And it's hard to
Refocus.
take it out of your head, but
They're going to go guard.
Yeah, I think we go around it. We don't throw the corner. We go.
yeah, they're just giving away their secrets there, Champ.
Yeah.
We can hear what they're saying. They're anticipating. Team Arsenal puts up a guard, and they're going to come around it. They're not going out to the corner. They're on the Hugh Avery train.
They're on Team
right?
Hugh.
Yeah. I know who they're voting for.
Oh, I liked them until just now.
Well, on sheet 1, looking over there, Team Ha.
Yeah, it's
He's sitting a lot, and she's
a little scary.
having some handshakes on that one in a minute.
They're putting up a guard, and then I don't know how.
Unless they let them shoot from this end of this hack.
Yeah.
I can't see how Team St. George is scoring.
No.
Okay, just not.
They can
just
try
not
to
here.
come in off their own to cut them down to 1.
Yeah. So just as they said they were going to do, they're coming in.
Sweep for here.
A little warm.
I think you're good. Austin.
Yeah, that's going back.
Okay.
I'm going to have to get out there and coach them on the judging the weight.
You think? Yeah,
Yeah.
you should. You could just tell them what the weight is.
Yeah. Now, I don't like sweeping myself, but
Well, that's
they could
okay.
judge the weight.
You can be the communicator.
Yeah. Everybody has a role.
I agree.
I walked down to the club today and I saw Team Ha were out running. At least one of the ladies on the team were out jogging before the game. So I think that might have worked.
Dynamic warm-up.
Yeah. She's running around the streets here. I was wondering, does she know that there's a really nice park? Like
just down the street.
2-minute walk away. Hope somebody told her.
Whoa. There it goes now. Curling now.
Only Austin. Only Austin.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Austin. Keep going.
Curling
Keep
in
going. Keep
now,
going.
getting,
Right to center. Right to center. Right to center.
Austin Snyder to
Okay.
nice little shot.
Well, I'm not close enough to walk to the club, but I was lucky enough to get a spot in the parking lot. So
Oh, you got one.
I'm deeming it a good day for me. Yep.
Wow, you must have been here, what, 3 or 4 in the morning?
I was actually shocked how few cars were in that parking lot. I just must have hit the sweet spot of people leaving before people came in for this draw.
For those who don't know and just watching online, we're in the south end of Halifax, and so it's mostly residential. And so space is at a premium, and so there's lots of little side streets you can park on, but to get one in the parking lot.
You get your parking spot, and then you go buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah. That was a miss there. Too much weight and goes rubs and just goes out the back 12, and so you'll see Champ try to put another one in there and try to control that center and try to get a multiple score here.
Top 4. Top
Line-
8. Top 4.
Line's
Top
good.
8. Top 8. Top 12. Top 12.
Top 8, top 12. That's
Good.
Top 12. Top 8.
top
Line's
8 will
good,
be
yep,
good
keep-
if they can get it there.
Drag
Coming
it.
down hard,
Drag
though.
it, Charlie. You got it. Hard. Hard.
I don't think it's
Hard. Keep going.
it's
Keep going.
top
Keep
8,
going.
is it? No. Just biting.
Okay.
Not what they wanted, so if Arsenault can get in there. Big shot coming on sheet 1. I think that game is going to end fairly quickly now. I think that's another deuce for Team
Takes
Ha
another 2. Yep.
to go up 8-1 after 6 ends, I think. Yep, and that is handshakes over there. Ha keeps a perfect record, 3-0, and that'll be St. George's third loss, and I think that'll put them out of contention for the playoff round. It's a bit of a surprise, St. George going 0-3. And over on, this one's a great little shot coming. Beautiful shot there.
Yeah.
That was a big miss by Team Champ. That one was way too high, and so in essence they really just put another center line guard with that yellow stone, and so it was really important to be frozen to the rock, and Arsenault's team took advantage of that.
No mistake.
Yeah. In the same pool as Ha and St. George over in sheet 4. Grandy and Christensen are playing big matchup. Grandy took a deuce in 5 to go 4-2. Grandy wins that. It'll be both Ha and Grandy going out that pool. They'll both be 3-0, and then they have each other. So one will be 4-0, and one will be 3-1. So that's why it's critical for Christensen to get that win over Grandy, or they've already lost to Haas.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Need that win.
Whoa,
Need that
whoa,
win.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, sorry, Austin. Good throw.
So a little bit of trouble.
A little bit of trouble.
Got some center line guards up there. Now, do you want to even touch this? Do you want to just put another center line guard? Pretty tough for Champ to get his deuce the way it looks right now. Another one frozen. It's still early though. I guess it's a third first shot.
Third first shot. You still got some time.
Got some time. So, but if you can put another one in there, it'll be tough for Champ to score more than one. And he may have to get into, protection time. So they just threw the same line. So they'll know the.
They'll know the weight. They'll know the path.
Exactly the same shot that they just threw. That's one of the things in curling. Everybody's got to throw two, but sometimes you just want to say, "Here, can you throw another 1 second stone?" And you throw three this end because you just threw a perfect one. Do it again.
Do it again.
But that's another thing I'd add to curling. Maybe you get to use that once. But I guess we did need it there because Jean-Michel made a dandy shot there.
Yep.
And lots of trouble for Team Champ. Got to clean this up now.
Yeah, it is definitely time to get rid of some of those guards.
This is Charlie Richard, the third stone, looking to clean this mess up.
Yep. Yes. Hard.
Gave it a little shove there.
Hard.
And
Hard.
just
Oh boy, went by
a
everything.
little shove there, I think.
Popped it out a bit. Well, do you put up another guard here, Hugh, and just seal it up?
Another guard.
Oh, or coming in again. Okay.
Wow. I think the guard.
I kind of do too.
You get it's like, even if he doesn't throw,
Yep.
it's going to take Champ a couple of rocks to get
Yep.
those out of there.
Yep.
He puts another one up, then Champ's in some trouble.
Yeah, if you try to come in, you might just make Champ's job easier.
There's part of him sort of thinking, can I steal? If I can steal and be up 2.
It's a good situation.
Not
I'm
bad,
not I'm not disagreeing with that, but
it's a 3, they're saying, so this one's tighter than they anticipated.
all right. I think 3 is pretty good. You just don't want it to over curl now. It's looking good.
It's pretty good, I think. Not a 3, it was more like a 2, so that's...
Yeah, that
Good
renders that tight one unusable for Champ.
The yellow.
You got to clean some of those up there, sir. I don't know if I like that shot.
You gotta get rid of some of those guards. You could probably take the yellow and the tight red.
Well, if you take the yellow one out of there, he does have a have a draw to the button, like he could touch the button.
Yep.
I just don't like.
Tough shot.
If
but
that's what we're trying to
an
do. We don't
opportunity
really
for
need to
2.
do this anymore, right? I don't know what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at.
Don't mind that.
I think we're playing on this side, eh? Okay. Oh, oh,
Another wide, I think.
no. Austin. Okay, okay, that's fine.
All right, just got rid of the one.
That's not fine. I needed to. Again, he's thinking about pushing that back. I'm not sure I'm liking
Well,
that.
I think you were onto something. He's trying to think, well, can we make ourselves be shot out of this? But man, you hate to unlock him.
I don't mind putting another one there. I don't mind freezing to it, actually. And then playing this bump on the last one.
Right.
I don't like if you come down and play that bump now and
roll
just open it up,
Yeah.
then you could, who knows, you could open up a triple, you could, but if you do it on your last one, you'll have an extra rock around there, and not this time yet.
Mm-hmm.
Do it on your next one. Close.
It is close. They're really working it. Just nudged it, but yellow remains shot.
Can't leave him that side. He probably has this one. Can't have very much of it though. Like it's over buried a hair, right?
You got the outturned rod.
Yeah.
So if you guard that side,
He's gonna guard this.
you guard that. So tied. That's your best bait.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think I would be putting up a guard here.
How far out do
I
you think we need to go here?
think
Like, I
you
think
put up
to
a
the-
guard on
to
that
the center
side
line's
and then
probably
hope that
this
maybe
for
you
me.
have that sliver draw on the other side with your last,
Yeah, I
but
think on the last one, I think you'll see,
So we probably want to be there.
depending on where this guard is,
You want to be
if he makes a perfect guard, then I think Arsenault just puts a draw, guards the other side and says, okay, you can
take
have
your one. Yeah.
I'll take the hammer coming home,
Right.
and thank you very much. But if he doesn't make this perfect,
Hey, touch that red one anywhere and
you can play that with a bit of weight
Yeah,
now, and
yeah.
you'll be sitting a couple, and then Champ will have a tough one.
Okay.
So looking for a guard here.
Austin a bit. Austin.
just getting their
Hey, line's good,
sweeper
line's
on it
good.
to hold it out for a bit.
Mine is looking fine. I wouldn't mind burying it just a slight sliver so that doesn't give
Behind
the
that.
run back.
Yeah.
But I think I wouldn't be surprised if he.
Whoop. Okay.
That's a great shot, I think.
I think it's done its job.
Pretty good.
Did its job for sure. Over in sheet 2, Asselin took a deuce and 7 to go up 7-5 without hammer over Bryce Everest. Important game for Everest. He needs to win this one, and
some more discussion around what we're doing here. We're
does
going
he,
to try to get to the steal, or are we just going
He's
to...
really, really wanting a steal.
He
and
does, he does.
He's looking now, potentially running his red
Into
into that bundle.
And hopefully...
Oh, that's what he's playing too. He's really, really determined to get the steal. And interesting. He should be okay. I'm just trying to think what damage he could do to set up a possible as a reduce. Does he lose all? Because I think that yellow is going to go back potentially on that red.
I think he's got to catch it pretty thin. Is he trying to go across the top of the one that he just threw? Or is he trying to just go straight into the pile?
Just smack her into the pile, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know. It looks like it. I think you're like. I'm not sure.
Let's see how this plays out. Let's watch. Uh-oh. I don't think this is getting past the guard. Well, took away the draw. So
that's a hard way to get there, but they got there.
Got that going for you.
I think, Mr. Champ, you aim for the yellows over in the back corner and just throw your rock over there.
Yep.
Around
and
this?
then go for a steal.
Yeah. So if this was a game that was timed, they would have made their decision and recognized it's not there.
We got nothing.
And they finally have drawn that conclusion, and they'll throw it through.
Probably try to throw like slides, probably like a
50?
Yeah, 50 slides.
Or are they trying to draw? I guess you could throw it.
I mean, you could
maybe
throw
pick
it for
a hair or something. It could wiggle over.
If it picks up a hair. Well, I think that'd be the only way you're going to touch the button from out here. But anyway, maybe you just want to make sure you got T-line weight in your pocket.
Yep. Over into the next sheet in a second.
It's definitely not scaring the button.
And that's
Let's agree on that point. Yeah, one yellow.
So, tie game.
Here we are again.
Here we are again. We've been
It's
here
a one-end game.
It's a one-end game now.
Yeah, it didn't really.
Oh.
I think if you're a little bit lighter, it takes the throw, but it obviously is going to go way harder.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think you were actually that far off as far as like, you needed to be like
A little tighter, a few feet lighter. Yeah.
All right, moving on. What are we like for 3 or 1?
Whatever you guys like.
Not your choice.
Okay.
Go for 3.
All right, here they go. Got their game plan. Everybody's on the same page.
And this is the most pressure on a lead that there is.
Oh, yeah.
Tie game. Need a guard.
And touching center line.
Touching center line. He wants a guard, touching center line. Either a 1 or a 3.
Yep.
See, the latest, what people are doing is, if you're off the center, like the thing off the center line, I think what a lot of people are trying to do now is push it into the rings. So on the next stone, I can hit it. Right? So the center line,
Line's
you're right, is
tight.
really, really important because you can't do that. if it's on
Can't
the
do
center
that
line.
if it's on
Hey,
the
line's
center
good.
line.
Line's good. All you.
You can push it into the rings if it's not.
Line's nice.
Mars goes. Mars goes. All the way.
Yeah, hard, Austin.
You got a chance. Just go wait.
Keep it moving. Get to that center line.
Mars gonna go.
And they did.
They did.
Good scrub.
Like, their last shot is just like the entire.
Well, he was going to come around with the other turn and then change his mind and swung over to the other side of the rings.
A little warm.
Willingness to stop. And it just does. Whoa, really did stop quite quickly. I thought that was probably going to go back 4.
Line's good. I think you're okay still. Charlie.
Putting up another guard.
Yep, go. Yep.
Not a great spot forward. Now you got an angle natural. Well, not natural. I shouldn't say that. Quite a distance apart, but it does have a chance for blasting those out though. The next one. Plays out. Arsenault comes in, freezes to his front red one. Champ either puts another guard up or comes in and freezes. Then you'll see a blast open in the middle, and that's how it should work.
That's how it should work. It doesn't work like that on Monday afternoons.
No, gosh no. So this is first one happened. Let's see if the second one happens when they come in. That's the call. My next prediction is the peels on the centers.
Okay. I think that's a pretty solid prediction.
I
I don't
think
think
it
I would.
is.
I don't think I'd bet against
No,
that.
that one's safe. Well, this one might not be safe because it looks like it's got some wheels on it here.
Yeah, it got
Charlie.
This
Charlie.
is not good.
Okay.
This is not good at all.
Okay.
that did not.
It can be anything but heavy. You could have another guard out front. Doesn't hurt Champ, right?
Yep.
You don't got to steal a bunch. You got to steal one, and so that rock is just basically out of play.
It's
We've all done it, but that's the thing. It's gonna
yeah. So he's going to be trying this double peel that you talked about.
Yeah. Oh, and so over in sheet 4, Christensen come back with their own deuce and
Look at that.
tie game 4-4, playing the 8th end with Grandy having the hammer.
Speaking
This
of
one,
wheels,
this one is going to be close. Not bad. Oh, he'll take that.
takes everything, and that's not
He
bad at
will
all.
take that for sure.
Yeah.
No, he seems upset, but I don't think you need to be upset, Mr. Arsenault. You can be quite happy with that.
I think so too. Your front's all cleared.
Your front's all clear, and you have the hammer, sir.
Yep. And now your opponent has nothing to work with other than a couple of corner guards.
So
I think that's great.
he was pretty upset by that. I'd be pretty happy. He wanted to keep the 2 that were there. In fact,
I guess.
But
Okay.
like the 2 there,
Line's
walks
good.
and play help Champ.
The other team. Yep. Yep.
Like he might not have called that shot that just
I think
happened,
this is ideal.
but that's the best thing that could have
I
happened.
think you're right. I think you're right.
And so we have victory over on sheet 2. Asselin takes that win over Team Everest, and so Asselin will be moving on for sure, I believe. That's their 3rd win. And they have Champ to play. Champ has so they'll move on because they could tie, but they would have beaten anybody who could possibly tie them. So,
Right.
They'll move on to the playoffs.
All right. Just a straight peel on that one. Champ's going to put up another guard, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, there's
a
not
couple years
really a
ago when they
great
were runner-up,
spot to
Team
put it.
Esalen.
I mean,
They had to get a flight, and they were, if they
Maybe
won, I
that's
think
better?
it was, they had to, if they won, they had
Yeah.
to change their flights, and so I think they played a little hurried, and
Oh.
and they ended up losing. But
Oh.
but they made their flight.
Okay. Silver lining. These are the tribulations of being a traveling team.
Yeah, yeah. It's not all glamorous, you know. It's
Nope.
I think a lot of fans take a lot of stuff for granted. These teams, like
line's good.
one of the teams
Line's
I talked to somebody
line's
the other
fine.
day, they have a $50,000 budget to all the traveling that they have
Oh.
to
Right
do. You know,
Wow.
if you're not winning, but you need, if you don't compete, you're not going to get to that level. And if you're not winning all the time when you first start, and so if you're not winning, you're spending $50,000.
Yep.
And again, you're not being paid by the government as a curler or by an
No.
organization to be a curler.
Well, it's also points that you're collecting
Yeah.
to be able to qualify to play in
The
different
bigger events,
events,
yeah.
and it's tough. It's tough to be on the
Tough
circuit.
slugging, yeah, no, for sure. You don't have a lot of events out this way, right? So
Right.
you get some of those other, like if you look at the Nova Scotia's results junior-wise,
Mm-hmm.
we punch well above our weight class
Yeah,
for sure,
yeah, yeah.
consistently.
Yep.
But when you get up to that higher level, you don't have that competition all
Right.
the time unless you're traveling. So it makes it a little tough, but
Yeah.
you got to be really dedicated. And there's only a few teams that really are putting in all that effort. Not that the
Sure.
other ones don't want to.
I
it's
know.
just life, right?
Sometimes,
And,
yeah, it's sometimes just not doesn't work with your everything else. It's. I think you're right when you say sometimes the fans take
Around
it for
which
granted.
one?
You see a great player out here and
Like-
sort of conveniently
like
forget
this?
that it took them 15 hours to get here and however
Yeah.
much in
Yeah.
car
Okay.
rentals and hotels and.
I mean,
So Champ looking to
That's
make
pretty good.
another guard, but make it a little closer to the center. Like right now, he knows a full buried rock is only full 8, and that leaves full 4 foot for
Arsenal.
Tremblay to
Yeah.
draw to in his last one.
Yeah.
So he'd like to put a
How does
guard
that
up
look?
here,
yeah.
let him peel that front red one, or rub it maybe, and then you're a little closer to the center line. So now we can bury one that's touching the 4 foot, makes that draw a whole lot tougher on his last. So
Shrinks the scoring zone.
shrinks the scoring zone. Exactly.
This is also easy from back here. I just love it.
Don't miss a thing.
Line's good. Whoa, then. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
This one's kind of taking off on them.
Okay,
Close.
it's got to stop. It's got to stop. You're just going to be straight behind it now.
Yeah, that's what they didn't want to do. You're right. It's
Okay.
Okay, well, which one do you choose
now
to
you
peel?
can, now you really relevant now. I mean, that's you're no closer to the center line than you were before, right? So. Let's peel the top red. No.
All the armchair curlers back here are saying, don't throw that.
Want me to come out and coach them?
Yeah, I think you better call a
I'm gonna
timeout,
knock
Hugh.
on play the guard.
Oh, boy.
Well.
I hope this works out for them, but I'm uncomfortable. I think the person who's loving this is his opposing skip. Gives him something to freeze to, or... Oh, coming down again.
Exactly. There's the call. We said that one, like I thought right away.
Jeez, like ages ago. Well, I'm glad that he went down and took a look at it from that end and probably realized how much of the house he can see.
Well, some people might be thinking, well, why not go there? They can still come around. Well, the thing is, now that the yellow shot, it's still a guard, but now it's a whole lot tighter to the rings, and so tougher to come around.
Yep, and even if they do, you still have the whole forefoot.
Tougher to bury.
Yeah.
And if you're going to bury, you might be further back.
Yep.
So
yep.
That's why this is the right call.
I agree.
It's like, I understand why you start thinking a little silly at the end, thinking, oh, no, I'll do this. And no. Play percentage shot, get rid of that.
That's probably close.
Yep.
If you were to start out the start of the game to say,
Yep.
if I can have last rock, tie game, open forefoot.
What do I want to look at?
What do is that ideal?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Okay, that's what you got to chance.
That's what I want. Yeah.
Coming into the rings, you draw, put that at the back, you freeze to it, like. Anyhow.
Yeah, it's easy from back here, as we say.
Is.
But I'm glad they changed their mind.
You just got to throw the right. You got to call the game, assuming you're making 100%. They're making 100% of the shots.
Yep.
And so you do that. That's the right call. Down to skip rocks on this game and the one on sheet 4. Both tie games. Grandy with the hammer on sheet 4 and Arsenault with the hammer on sheet 8 here.
Yeah, go then. Go then.
Sweepers on this.
I think they're going for line hard.
Keep going, Scott. Keep going, Scott.
They seem to think they need it for weight too, but
they need it for weight as well.
just a bit light. I wonder, sometimes when other sheets leave the playing field, it changes the conditions just a hair.
I feel a bit of dampness. I always tell the team,
Yeah.
feel like they'll be wondering, and I said, just feel it. Like you can feel it's damper, and if it's damper, it's heavier.
It's heavier, yeah.
So appeal here. We'll have very little to draw behind for team champ, and
yeah.
Don't overthrow this one. Just I think it's just calm yourself and
breathe and throw.
Breathe and throw.
They're not putting too much effort into it, so they must think it's pretty good.
Good shot.
Yep. Didn't remove that other rock,
no,
but just kicked it a little to the side so that
now the best you could do is freeze. Well, now that's the other one you're going to come around. I think you can get a full 8 and be buried, or almost.
Yep.
Actually, both games on this sheet and sheet 4, the skips on the team that need to steal are both about to throw their rocks.
Oh, isn't that funny?
The timing is almost perfect. So Jill's trying to, on that one, trying to double on some reds, run back double.
Oh boy.
Her chances are, she's got a tougher shot, but she has a higher percentage of a chance of stealing compared to Mr. Champ. Has a wide open rings almost.
They definitely have more in play over there.
Yeah.
All right, he's throwing that same draw.
Don't want to. Don't want to.
Whoa.
Saying the speed is up. They don't want to sweep it.
Whoa. Wait, only. Line's good.
Skip's saying line's good, but the vice is telling them to go, so they go. Just rubbed.
And it rubbed.
Thanks.
Now, your question is, you're going to hit that or you're going to just draw?
I think he's going to hit.
I kind of think I would too, just in light of the fact that the ice might be changing a bit. You just watch your opposition skip, who's had draw weight all game.
And that's why he's going to throw the draw.
Oh, God. Well, I give up.
Oh, and it was a jam on Jill Brothers, so it'll be a win by Team Grandy, and they'll be moving on. Grandy will move on with Team Haw out of that pool. I think that's two teams with 3-0 records, and they just haven't played each other. So I think that pool has been determined. So that'll be there will be another game for Team Christensen, but I think that's the end of the road. And here we are for our final rock here. And they're not touching this one. They gotta be. Oh, heavens. They're not touching this one at all.
The Hugh Eagle Eye is not happy.
And I think this is going to be a steal. Oh, it's grinding a little. It's grinding a little. Oh, it just hung on.
Just hung on. Oh,
wow.
Breathing sighs of relief over there.
Okay, Arsenault.
Just before you leave us, we want to send out our undying gratitude to our sponsors, STEELE Subaru, Neon Train, and the Stu Sells Realty team. Thank you for joining us. Our next draw is scheduled for 4:30. Might be maybe a little later than that, but please come back and join us for those games.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, you.
Cheers.
What a crazy end to that game.
The red team scored one, so 4-3.
Well, thanks for joining me.
Yeah.
That was much more fun than talking to myself.
Who's on the next draw? Am I on the next one?
Let me have a look.
No, don't worry. I can look here.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
You might be. So we're still a little dicey for that quarterfinal slot.
Yeah.
So maybe if Stu is in the building, I did text him this morning because I guess Steve
Oh yeah, I
Thompson.
think I'm on next with Rob.
Oh, good. Oh, you guys are a good pair. You're very funny.
I think I'm back-to-back Rob. I think.
All right. Well, thanks again.
Can you drive us?